excited for this video and I'm wondering why I haven't done this exact thing before. Hi guys and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I let my Instagram followers tell me what makeup I should put on my face. My Instagram followers pick my makeup for the day. This is something I'm really excited about. I have done my Instagram followers control a day in my life before. I'm going to link it in for you here as well as down below. Check that out if you haven't already. Needless to say, if you don't follow me on Instagram, please come follow me on Instagram. I am very quick in real-time stories, posts, updates on Instagram. I am trying to be very regular on YouTube stories as well, by the way, not just Instagram stories. But I don't want to make this intro longer. I want this to be this is what you guys have selected for me. I did sit and go through some of the things because I had to obviously keep my makeup out before I actually sit down to start filming. Some of the poll results I was happy about, some not so much, let's just say. So let's just dive right into it. Okay, so first things first, I asked you about the base, which is so important, and my primer, moisturizer and all of that depend on the kind of base I'm opting for. I gave you the option between matte and dewy, and this was a little bit like upar niche sort, but dewy one. I was really happy about that because I am really gravitating towards dewy bases these days, and for me it feels like second skin when my makeup and my foundation is not it's not caked up, it's not too much. I enjoy a good full coverage day once in a while. I'm not saying no to that at all. But I think of late I've just been enjoying the dewy finish. So I'm starting out with using a little bit of the MAC moisturizer, and this one, it's not the strobe cream, but it's from that same range. So it's basically the Studio Moisture Cream, and even though it's not like a strobe in it, it basically does have a really nice dewy finish, the way your skin looks once you apply it. What I really like is that even though it's really nice and hydrating on the skin, it doesn't feel sticky, it doesn't feel like chip on the face, which is so important. Fun fact, because I also wanted to vote, I just wanted to kind of put my things out there on Instagram, I took Jerry's phone and put my own votes out. So with each poll, I'll also tell you what I voted for, so you get an idea as to what actually went with my wishes and what I'm doing against my wishes. After the moisturizer, for the primer, I've selected the NYX Honey Dew Me Up. This is a really good primer if what you're looking for is dewy skin. It does help your makeup last long. And if you look closely, you'll see really small, not freckles, but really small glitter particles, shimmer particles in it. But it's really small, so it shouldn't demotivate you to use it. It's just really good if you're looking for a dewy base, that kind of a thing. Okay, this is better now, so you can see really closely. Now I want that added little dew factor, so I'm also going to go in with a little bit of strobe cream. If ever you are using a full coverage foundation, you can mix this strobe cream with your foundation and apply it. But because you guys have said dewy, I've actually picked a medium-ish coverage foundation that I'm going to be using next. Of course, if you use extra of it, the formula is such that you can always go ahead and make it full coverage. But I'm planning to just really let that dew shine through. Wow, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. If you want, you can apply this only to the high points of your face when you're doing this. But I'm looking for a full-fledged juicy skin factor, so I'm literally applying it all over my face. Chalo, it's time for the foundation, and I'm opting for the Bobbi Brown Skin Long Wear Weightless Foundation. This foundation is something I reach for when I'm looking for my skin but better kind of a finish. It is medium coverage, it starts off fairly sheer, and then of course you can build it up depending on how much you want to build it up. That's what I really appreciate about medium to full coverage formulas, that they're so flexible to work with. So you can see that it's my skin, so it's not looking like something else, it's not looking cakey, but at the same time you can see that it's giving that nice even finish, which I really appreciate. I have some marks over here from my last breakout of late during my period, my skin's been acting so crazy. It's literally never happened so bad ever before in my life. I had zero acne till the age of like 22, 23. And then I started getting thoda over the last 2-3 years, and in this lockdown though, I think my skin is just stress breaking out. Not even period breaking out, it's just stress breaking out at this point. Okay, so I feel like my skin is just like really looking nice and fresh and glowy, but my dark circles are here to ruin the day. So quickly gonna do my under eyes. I didn't put any poll out about my under eyes, but I did put a poll out about the next step. So really quickly, I'm just going to go ahead and conceal these dark circles that have come straight out of hell and refuse to leave me even if I sleep for 8 hours every night like a good girl. They just love me too much. They just want to be with me, guys. They just want to be with me. I can't do anything about it. Blend, 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 because blend is your friend. Okay, my face shade suddenly looks really different on camera because of the concealer. It does not look that white in real life. It actually looks really like even in real life. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Maybe it's the concealer. But once we bake and once it settles, maybe it'll sit fine on camera. So let's just go on to the next step and see how it settles. It's literally looking so nice and real, like even, and it's looking so weirdly different shaded on camera. Okay, so the next poll that I put out there, which is with regards to our next step over here, was to bake or not to bake, and you guys said not to bake. I'm really sad, guys. Like, do you know me at all? Do you love me at all rather? I love baking my under eyes. I love baking my under eyes because it gives me that flawless wala finish that I love so much. चलो आज सिर्फ सेट करेंगे फिर. I have the Jeffree Star loose powder over here. I wear the shade Topaz. You know, his loose powder and like Fenty's loose powder is so finely milled and so nice that it literally just gives you that proper airbrushed flawless wala finish. I cannot bake today because you guys have opted not to. Yeah, if you love me, next time please click na bake, because when I bake, I know I get that proper even wala look. But also with bake, you tend to get a more matte look. So I guess that's, in that sense, it's a good thing that you guys said don't bake, because everything else is so dewy. I'm just setting things in place. I'm not baking. A lot of times I tend to forget to set my eyelids. It's something that I would land up doing just with eyeshadow earlier, because I would set a like base eyeshadow, but that line just keeps showing. So I've started to set my lids also. Okay, and now that I've set everything, I'm also going to go ahead and dust off any excess, because karna hai. You've asked me for it. You've told me to do it rather. So it's gonna get no time to sit there. It's just gonna be a quick setting fix. In case you're wondering, I literally have like this random thing stuck on my lash from yesterday. I struggled to wear my lashes for 10 minutes yesterday, and then I realized that my lash glue is just being painful, so I just wore mascara. So that's stuck, and I've really tried to wash it out, take it out, but it looks like it's in love with my lashes, so it's just not moving, and I don't know what to do about that. So we're just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna try to take it off again today when I take my makeup off. Okay, so as you can see, the color is beginning to settle little by little, like it's starting to oxidize. Of course, the under eyes and all are meant to be as bright as they are, but like in real life, it's looking really nice and even, which is great. For the next step, I'm first of all just gonna go ahead and apply some of my Peachy Serial Kisser lip balm, which is like my go-to at the moment. My lips can be so chappy. Sometimes I feel like I have sand on my lips. It's really bad. And I've been forgetting to put my lip mask in the nights because I've been waking up really early at 7 in the morning to work out. So my nighttime routine is a little bit here and there at the moment. For my brow wala step, I didn't put up any poll out there because this is really simple. I am opting for my classic Anastasia Beverly Hills brow products. I have the pencil as well as the clear brow gel. As usual, I'm going to go ahead, fill out the brows with dashes, with like making just the small strokes, filling them out, combing them out, and then setting them in place, which is really important, with the help of the clear brow gel. Okay, so next it's time to go over and do the eyeshadow, and the poll I put out asked you colorful or neutral nudes. And this one I was really hoping would be colorful because I have been enjoying colorful eyes so much recently. You guys saw me with my yellow and purple eye makeup. I put up a tutorial about that just recently. Apart from that, even on Instagram when I was shooting something, I did like this monochrome pink eyes, pink lips. So I have been enjoying colors quite a bit recently, but you opted for neutral nudes. I do understand why. It's because it's just so much more wearable. In case you guys are looking to make purchases on neutral palettes that are slightly expensive, I'm gonna say it myself, in India Huda Beauty is not affordable. Internationally it's a little bit more at par with the pricing, but the Huda Beauty nude palettes are my favorites. I actually got all the three of them, which is light, medium and nude. It's just that there's a lot of product in here and it lasts you a really good amount of time before you hit pan. And I love how they've customized the nudes basis your skin tone. You know, that's really important, because one of the things is that a lot of people just say nude and assume that the nudes will work just as well for the light and the really like darker end of the spectrum, which is not fair. So I'm opting for the neutral one because this one works really beautifully for me. You want a nice neutral nude look, and that's what I'm gonna give you today. So I'm starting out with like the terracotta-ish nude-ish shade over here, with so many different shade names for the nude family. I myself sometimes get really confused, so I'm just gonna keep showing you as we go along the way. I love nude looks because I think they're so damn wearable for every day. I know that whether you're going from desk to dinner or you're going for a party and you just want to keep it simple, or if you're just a basic bee like me, to be honest, like I'm so really nice and classic with my with a lot of my tastes that I can completely relate to it. So as you can see, I'm going ahead and filling the entire eyelid out. I have like a semi-flat buffing brush in my hand over here, and I'm taking it all over the lid and a little bit into the crease as well. By the way, I've already shot a video on the ultimate makeup brushes guide, especially for beginners. I'm gonna link that in for you if it's up. If it's not up, please make sure you stick around, stay tuned for it. There is a giveaway in that video, so make sure you participate in that as well. I'm just building up the pigment a little bit. I want the nude to really nicely show. And even though I'm doing a nude, I don't want it to look boring. Like, I want the color to pop and I want the makeup to look good. So layer up a little bit, even if it's the subtle tones, if you're looking to just kind of have your makeup look stunning. Then with a smaller tip brush, this is a really nice pointed brush of sorts, I'm gonna go ahead and take a slightly more pinkier nude shade. Now typically I would opt for something that has a little highlight on the inside, but you'll know why I'm not doing that in one of the upcoming steps. I've obviously gone through all the poles already. And I'm just kind of giving that nice even soft shading from the inner corner. With that same small tipped brush, I'm also just going ahead into the lower lash line and giving it a little bit of color. I'm using both the shades here, the one we used on the lid as well as the one we used on the inner corner. I'm basically mixing both of them and applying it in. To just make sure the entire eye looks like really nicely brought together, this bare area needs to be really nicely buffed. For that, I'm taking another round brush and going in with an in-between shade between these other two shades that we just used, and just kind of blending it out, giving it a nice tone. My god, my eyebrows really need to be done. I think I should do that tomorrow. I've been doing it at home only. If you guys have seen my taking off facial hair at home video, you know how I do it. If you have not seen it, I'm going to go ahead and tag that video in for you over here with the card and link it down below in the info box. So give that a look. Okay, so my eyes are more or less done. They obviously do look a little bit incomplete without anything on the lashes or anything in terms of the liner, which takes me to my next poll. I asked you, what about the liner? And 65% of you said winged, whereas only 35% of you said to skip it. So we're gonna wing it, guys. We're gonna wing it. Now, of late, I've been gravitating a lot towards the gel liners, but today I'm opting for a felt liner. The one I'm using is the roller liner from Benefit. This is a really beautiful liner. It's so easy to work with. The felt tip is just amazing. So I'm going ahead and giving myself a nice winged liner to complement this eyeshadow. Okay, we have a nice strong set of wings in place that took me a little bit of time to match correctly. The next one that we have over here, the next poll that we have over here is about the lashes, and 69% of you said just mascara, no falsies. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're going to do this. By the way, do you see how nicely the base is settled now? That's what I mean. Like sometimes some foundations just take a little bit of time to settle down on your face. Anyway, getting back to this step, I'm just going ahead and curling my lashes. I don't like to long press ones. I just like to give it these small pressures in like little spritzes, which really I find more helpful for my lashes. Especially if I am not going to be wearing any falsies at all. If I'm going to be wearing falsies, then I don't bother curling my lashes at all, to be honest. I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Lash Paradise Mascara. I love this mascara. It is literally my #1 drugstore mascara. It's what I gravitate towards, it's what I reach towards on an almost daily basis, with or without like false lashes on. This ends up becoming like my base underneath if I have false lashes on. I have also gone ahead and bought like 3 of them because it's just so good, and I'm scared that if it sells out or gets discontinued, then my poor lashes are not gonna get this mascara. Literally, do you see the difference between both the eyes? I'm gonna look down and hope that you can tell. Like zameen asman ka fark hai between both the eyes. I love what this does. It's like magic. Don't forget to apply mascara on your lower lashes, guys. It's a really common mistake where you will load up the mascara on the upar wala lashes, but you might forget to apply it on your lower lashes. But if you're looking for that good tied in together makeup look, this is what makes all the difference. Okay, so now it's time to move on to the face. And here I asked you, how filtered should the makeup look really be? I asked you whether I should go contour heavy, or with the option that 80% of you voted for, simple flush of color. So obviously we're gonna do a simple flush of color. I am gonna apply some bronzer. It's not like I'm not gonna apply any bronzer, so like just putting that out there. I'm using the Hoola from Benefit, my classic favorite, but I'm gonna do it very halke haath se, very light-handed. I'm gonna make sure that I don't build up on it the way I would if I was looking for like a really nice sculpted you know, kind of a finish. I'm going very lightly in, and literally just the softest even one coat. I have gained lockdown weight, so I'm not going to forget to go a little bit here just to kind of add some shadow under my face, but I'm not going on it as heavily as one would otherwise, so just keep it really light for that natural finish that we're aiming for. So one of the things I want to tell you is that if you're someone who tends to use a lot of powder products, you might not land up getting a dewy finish or fresh finish like otherwise. It'll look very makeup. It can look natural, but it will look like natural makeup. Whereas if you want that skin to shine or that skin to be the hero, using liquid products, cream products can be a great way of doing that. So I'm using Benefit's Posy Tint and applying a little bit on my cheeks. Because we're doing simple flush, I want color on my cheeks, but I don't want that powdery finish when it comes to that color. So I'm taking a little bit of it on my cheeks and just blending it in. If you notice, I've started applying all my blush over here instead of like on the apples of my cheeks. This is to keep that current trend in mind, that lifted look in mind, which is really big right now. It's called the foxy makeup trend, and it's not limited just to foxy eyes. It literally goes all over your face to make your face look a little bit lifted. I need to build this up because it is not coming through. It's not coming through here, and nothing is coming through on the camera from what I can see. Okay. You know, I think I'm gonna need to add a layer of powder to this on top of it, just for that color to really show, because there's literally no color coming through on the camera. It's so subtle even over here that I'm sure the camera is definitely not picking up on it. So I'm gonna go in with Sweet Pea from Flower Beauty, which is a really beautiful, like when I am doing powder finishes, I opt for this because it gives me that pink glow, that instant flush. Yeah, okay, now you can see at least a little bit of tint. Now it's very subtle, but I'm sticking to the natural flushness of it. So I'm not really going to load up on it. I think this side just turned out really nice, so you can see a little bit of the tint and it's also reflecting a little bit, almost like a highlighter, but it's not highlighter. Now I'm slightly confused. I didn't want to use a powder highlighter in the next step. I wanted to use a liquid cream highlighter, but now that I've had to apply a little bit of powder, I might need to change the course of things ahead. Okay, I'm slightly happier with the finish of the cheeks, but this brings us to the next pole, which I think is the last one for this, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we're on the very last pole for this video. I asked you about the glam quotient. Essentially what I was thinking of when I asked this, my highlighter would kind of depend on this. How much I really make it glam with the highlighter would depend on this. Well, option 1 was beaming, but most of you opted for subtle. So that's what we're gonna do today. Now, I originally had in mind to use a liquid highlighter for this, keeping that subtleness in mind. But since I've had to add in a little bit of powder on the cheeks, I can't go ahead and add a liquid on top of a powder. That's like makeup formula understanding 101. Where is my highlighter brush? Oh, it's here. Okay, so I'm using the K Beauty Rosy Dew Powder highlighter. What I like about this is that it can be really nice and subtle if you use it with a light hand. And then of course if I push the brush right in, which I'm not doing right now, it can look really beaming too. It's up to you how much you want to build it up. So if you notice there's a pattern in the kind of products I lean on, I use a lot of products that are flexible from little to lot, like whether it's the foundation, highlighter, concealer. I like products that I know I can go up and down with, in a sense, with coverage, with usage. I really want to use products that can be played up and down with depending on my mood. I'm keeping it here. I'm gonna try and not add any more highlighter, otherwise they're gonna go into the beaming zone. I would normally add some highlighter on my cupid's bow, a very little on my chin, also sometimes here. Which reminds me, I should also tell you a couple of steps ago on my eyeshadow, the reason I didn't do my inner corner highlight with a shimmery finish is because of this poll where you said that you wanted to be a subtle glam look, not a beaming one. If I would have added more highlighter on the inner corner, it would have already gone in a really glamorous direction, which I didn't want to put just yet, and doesn't look like I want to add on to it at all. We're down to the very last step, which is lipstick, and I have to confess and tell you that I did a little thing. I did not put up a lipstick poll, in case you didn't notice. The reason behind that is because for the eyes, you guys already said nude. So if I would have gone ahead and put like nude or bold lips, and then if you would have landed up picking, you know, nude lips with nude eyes, the look would be really boring. Or if you would have landed up doing bold lips with colorful eyes, it would have just been completely off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a red lip with this look because I feel like that might turn out good. You know what I mean? Like it might look like a good look. It's subtle glam and it fits in with the overall brief that you guys have given me. For the lips, I chose Hypnotic from K Beauty. The pencil is really nice. It's red, but it has a little bit of an orange finish. And then to give it the proper red look, I chose a liquid lipstick from NARS in the shade Star Woman that gave me that absolute perfect matte red that I wanted for this makeup. And with that, we've come to the final look over here. I did finish off with a setting spray. I used Sugar's Grand Finale Setting Mist, and this is the makeup look that you guys made me do. I'm personally really happy with how it turned out, but I'm also really happy with the fact that you guys chose this combination of things in general and at large. My skin looks nice and dewy. It's not too glam. It's nice and subtle. There's no like beam. And at the same time, the red lips go really nicely with the otherwise neutral eye. Apart from that, I'm also really happy with the lashes. I chose my favorite mascara because you guys said no falsies. Otherwise, I love wearing falsies. But tell me what you guys thought about this look down below in the comment section because you made me do it. So you should have an opinion on it. This reminds me, it's time for the webcam comment shout shout out, and today's shout out goes to Iram Qureshi. Please know that I'm always liking, hearting, reading and responding to all of your comments. I make it a point to do it a few times a day, but if you enjoy my videos, you have to tell me by actually commenting your thoughts down below. I want to do more such beauty challenges. I will continue to keep vlogging, but also make sure to hit that like button that helps my channel become more discoverable, and turn those bell notifications on. That will actually ensure that you get alerts for all of my upcoming videos, because as of right now the stats tell me that only about 32% of my viewers are actually my subscribers. Guys, subscribe, turn those bell notifications on, join the fam. Don't just rely on the algorithm to keep showing you my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Hi guys, just popping in over here to tell you that Mridul and I have actually turned this into a YouTube collab of sorts. She has a video going up with the exact same theme today on her channel. I'm gonna link her video down below in the info box. Make sure you go check it out. I'm looking forward to see her version of this too.